All right, Shalom. Make sure this mic is working. Shalom. Let's see. All right, God. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rahahakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. It's the brother Isaiah from the Pittsburgh GMS camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rahahakodash. Lord willing, is edifying. And saw this video from Elder Apostle Zahar earlier. I believe this is his new channel. Not quite sure, but either way, okay, this was a clip that I saw earlier, and I'm gonna let it play, then I'm gonna get a few precepts on it.
1 hour and 15 minutes and 52 seconds in.
Keeping them down, and they can't make it because of the white man. As a male,
right?
You said you don't believe the white man can keep you down, right?
White man hasn't kept me down.
So what have you done to keep the white man from keeping you down personally?
Okay, I want to finish.
Yeah, I'll let you come back to that, but tell me, what have you done personally to keep the white man from keeping you down?
I got you. I'm coming right to your answer. I'm just walking you to it so you can understand. Because I know
we're gonna stop it in a minute, brother.
So I'm using him. So I'm teaching him.
I'm not a better man.
No, you in between. I won't say you all the way back. You like in between Alpha and B. You gonna call you A and B. That's what I'm saying. That is, every year they bring up the crimes that the Osama bin Laden do. But they're still in power. They still have their military. They still have their might. They still go out and teach. They go out and do everything to make America great. So now I said that to say, me personally, because you asked me personally,
yeah.
I am personally not oppressed, but my people are.
Why you're not personally oppressed?
Let me just finish. I am not personally oppressed, but my people are, and the reason why they are.
That's a wrong statement. You're oppressed.
That's right. Like the Elder Apostle Tahar said, that's the wrong statement. You are oppressed. We're all oppressed, man. All right, we're all oppressed. If you're in this captivity in this place, Babylon the Great, and you don't feel uneasy or you don't feel like you need to get up out of here, you're in the wrong spirit. You're in the wrong spirit. Okay. I mean, shoot. Let's see here. See if I can get this precept. All right, because this story of Job, not Job, the story of Lot represented the elect. All right, the elect. And what did it say? 2 Peter 2. All right. And I'll just read from verse 5. Verse 6. It says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after shall live ungodly, and delivered just Lot, meaning he was a just man, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Verse 8, for that righteous man dwelling among them in seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. That's oppression right there. To see things, to see vexations, and you can't do nothing about it, that's oppression right there. You're not allowed to do these different things, okay, to execute the judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai as it would be executed. That's oppression right there, okay? Man, you don't have the rights, the God-given rights that the Most High gave you as an Israelite man. You don't have those here, okay? Those things, this society is against those things as much as it says that it's not, all right? And so we're just gonna get a few precepts just going into this oppression, man. All right. So let's see here. Now I got a bunch of precepts. I didn't put them in any particular order. So one of the ways that you're oppressed here is that you gotta pay taxes, okay? And this is an example of here of the situation. Luke 20. All right, Luke 20 and verse 20. Then they watched him and sent forth spies which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold of his word, so that he might deliver him, they might deliver him unto the power and authority of the governor. Okay, so these people was trying to catch Yahushua and saying something unlawful so that they can get him locked up. And they asked him, saying, Master, we know that thou sayest and teachest rightly, neither acceptest thou the person of any, but teachest thou the way of the Most High truly. Is it lawful for us to give tribute unto Caesar or no? All right. So what will happen in this society if you decide you don't want to pay your income tax? You make over a certain amount of money and you decide you don't want to pay the IRS the taxation, because the whole world is taxed. The whole United States, let's say, is taxed. So if you decide, if you make a certain amount of money and you don't report it, what's going to happen to you? It's going to, what they're going to call it, tax evasion. You're going to get locked up, right? So you are oppressed, all right? There are certain things that if you don't do those things, what's going to happen to you? You're going to be locked up. You're going to be in trouble. You're going to have to pay fines and fees and so on and so forth. Verse 23, but he perceived their craftiness and said unto them, why tempt ye me? Show me a penny, whose image and superscription hath it? They answered and said, Caesar's. All right, so if you look at the dollar bill, what you see the Annuit Coeptus or whatever, Novo Ordo Seclorum. You see New World Order on there. You see the pyramid with the all-seeing eye. You don't see your power on there. You don't see your people on there. You see the people who, you're behind enemy lines, and you don't think you're oppressed. Through, you see, this whole place is oppression, man. Verse 25, and he said unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which be Caesar's, and unto the Most High the things which be the Most High's. So right now you're made subject unto payments, which is oppression. Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. Okay, so let's get that word captivity, man. Let's just see what this is. You see, captivity, noun. It says state of being a prisoner. Captivite, or directly from Latin, captivitatum, nominative captivitas from captivus, caught, taken prisoner, past participle of take hold, seize, to grasp. Okay, subjection, bondage, servitude. Okay, when you're subject to somebody, which we're going to read that Baruch. Okay, let's see, subjection. Let's just get into etymology. Subjection, obedience, submission, servitude, bondage, lordship, control. Submission, subjugation, an inferior condition. Sounds like oppression to me. A putting under. A putting under. Okay. So you're put under. Matter of fact, let me see here. Go ahead. Isaiah 51. All right. And 22. Thus saith thy Lord Yahweh, and thy power that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. Okay, so who's right now walking all over us, man? These E's. You're still 3/5 of a human being here. You don't got no rights. You don't get no justice in the damn system, man. But somehow you're not oppressed. I ain't oppressed with my people is. Just because you're not going through nothing particularly, you still are oppressed. If you go buy a house right now and don't pay your property taxes, let's see what happens. They're going to take your house. You see? You know? And I don't know what your credit is like, but man, there's a lot of things wherein you are oppressed. As a people, And I know, and I guarantee you yourself, man, you got to pay taxes. You like the elder Apostle Hart said, you can't go somewhere and tell them you ain't paying taxes today, unless you got certain qualifications. But for the most part, you paying some taxes. Baruch 3:8, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments. Okay, and I got that word subject. You have to obedience. Bondage, to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers which departed from the Lord our power. So you're subject unto payments, man. You gotta pay. All right. Proverbs 22:7 says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. Okay. And when you're born here, you're born with a debt on your back. Okay, your birth certificate is a stock and a bond, and you are used as collateral for the debts of the American government of this country, man. You are born a slave here, man. You are oppressed. As soon as you come out the womb, you are oppressed. Okay, and you gotta pay back a certain amount of that debt before you qualify to get what they call Social Security. If you don't work, you can't qualify for Social Security, if I'm not mistaken. You know? At least that's what I remember hearing about it. I could be wrong. You know, you correct me if you want. You know? If you know something about it. All right? So this is the spirit you're supposed to be in. Revelation 12:11. All right? And it says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. That means you're gonna have something where you're not gonna love your life, you know. And a lot of times it'd be different ways that you're oppressed. Either because you gotta go to work every day, okay, because you don't have the rights and freedom to just live off the land here. If you wanted to today, just want to go somewhere and have a farm and just live off the land and eat your food, and just deal with your own people and your family, you couldn't, bro, because you got to go buy stuff. Okay, matter of fact, what does this say? I know it's in Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28:48 says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So, bro, you go to your enemy in want of all things. You want to go buy some clothes, guaranteed it was sourced from your enemy, the Edomites. You want to go, you got to buy water. And I want to go on the comment board too and just read a few of those comments, man. Okay. GMS rebuked the tempter, said he's not mad because he's not oppressed. What's this? Is this Ecclesiasticus 7:7? Let's see here. Might be Ecclesiastes. Just get this precept. But that's right, man. And the scripture says, surely oppression make a wise man mad. There you go, Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. You see? So oppression should be making you mad, but a gift has destroyed your heart because you feel like, see, when you see these different things, it's supposed to piss you off. Not, oh, well, I ain't oppressed, but my people, no, fuck that, man. Certain shit happen, and you be like, I can't stand this shit, you know? Jake get shot the fuck up. Yeah, we know Jake deserved it, but when you see it, you be like, bro, this is some bullshit, you know? Jake gets shot 59 times or whatever, you know? You be like, what the hell's going on here? You know? That's oppression there. To have to see that happen to your people. You see? Now we know, you know, we know that that's the part of what the Lord has going on, but bro, that's oppression. You see? Let's continue. Luke 14:26. Okay, you supposed to, bro. You supposed to be oppressed in your life, period. Like there's gonna be things that's gonna make you be like, we need to get the fuck up out of here. whether it be your declining health or whatever, man. You know, we go back to the comment board because the elder Yashawamba made a great point. Right here, Remnant Saves 144 says the water he drinks is polluted, even if it's alkaline. The fact we have to buy alkaline water is proof we are oppressed. Literally, you got to go to make sure you get water that don't have fluoride in it. You got to go buy it. And even if you try to buy filtered water, you got to buy the right kind of filtered water. You can't just buy regular filtered water. You got to get reverse osmosis water, because it's going through a certain process where the fluoride can't make it. Or maybe you can get distilled water, but that's devoid of all nutrients. And even the distilled water you get don't really quench your thirst. You see? Lamentations 5:4, it says, we have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. Wood is supposed to be free. You're supposed to be able to go out in the woods and go cut down a tree, and you gotta buy wood. You know? Let you go on some private property and start cutting down some wood, see if you don't get in trouble. We have drunken our water for money, right? So let's get a few precepts. So I read that. I think I'm just reading it again. Luke 14:26, which I didn't think I read it. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. Okay? You're supposed to be like, bro, I'm tired of this shit. In some aspect, you're supposed to be, there's gonna be oppression on you, man. That's just a part of how this life is, man. You know? And yeah, like the point that the elder apostle made, you can't drive without a license. That you get pulled over, you ain't got no license. They're gonna penalize you for when you do get a license. Let you go without insurance. I got a letter in the mail the other day. Not the other day, but a while back, like a few weeks back, that said that the insurance had lapsed because we switched providers, and they was asking me to mail in my license plate. I mean my what you call it? Yeah, my license plate. They was asking me to mail that in. They was saying you can't drive your car. You officially, your registration is suspended. Then you got to get a registration. You don't have a registration, then you're not driving legally. So you are oppressed. If you have to adhere to those things, that's oppression, man. You see? See, did I get that word? Oppression, cruel or unjust use of power or authority. Oppressing down. Violence, oppression. To press against, to press together, to press down. To subdue. Okay. To prosecute relentlessly. Hey, you get prosecuted out here, all right? Okay. Whatever oppresses or causes hardship. Come on, man. He putting all type of hardships on you here, man. All right, and ultimately you're supposed to be sighing and crying for the abominations that's happening, and it's real hard to sigh and cry for the abomination that's happening if some of them, if they ain't happening to you. You know, when you're in your comfortability, it's easy not to see. It's easy to see something and not complain about it. Well, it ain't me. Ezekiel 9:4 says, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Okay, so we see these things and we send up a cry about them, and we warn our people that they need to repent. All right, which is also oppression, man. They have to view those things, man. Psalms 55. Let's read. This was King David, man. King David was a very rich man, but let's see what he has to say. All right, Psalms 55:1. Give ear to my prayer, O Most High, and hide not thyself from my supplication. Attend unto me and hear me. I mourn in my complaint and make a noise, because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked. For they cast iniquity upon me, and in my wrath they hate me. And that's a good point right there. You're being called a terrorist for being a Hebrew Israelite. You're being called a terrorist for speaking the truth of the Bible. We're all being labeled as terrorists. Ain't that oppression? When we ain't out there being violent to nobody. All we doing is speaking the truth, and you're being called a terrorist. So yeah, that's proof you're being oppressed. So for you to say I'm not being oppressed, what are you guys really into? Are y'all paid off? Do you really think E got your back? Because he calling all of us terrorists. So yeah, you oppressed, man. All right. I'm not gonna read that one. Isaiah 30:12 says, "Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking forth cometh suddenly and at an instant." And a lot of y'all guys trust in this oppression, man. Y'all trust in this system, okay? Y'all trust in this system, man. This money that you're getting, man. These 501c3 tax exemptions, okay, that you're getting from these from this Edomite, man. And that word oppression is I shock. Okay, oppression, extortion, injury, oppression, extortion, gain by extortion. Okay, a thing deceitfully gotten. You see, unjust gain. Okay, so like the other one said, like the other precept, the Ak read, Ecclesiastes 7:7, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Okay, and we believe you guys are getting that 501c3 bag. Okay, y'all are paid off. You know, just some of the things that your leader Yohana has said. General Yohana has said he's got to be paid off, man. And I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I ain't heard no brothers do no videos about him reneging on his advice. Okay, towards this slurry that was being pushed. You know, this jab that was being pushed. I ain't heard him renege on telling people to go run and get it. So sound like he paid off to me. All right. So I read that. All right. So yeah, man, we're oppressed. All right. It's plain to see. You know, the blind man can see that we're oppressed, man. Stevie Wonder know we oppressed. Ask Oprah Winfrey if she oppressed. You know, I think if I'm not mistaken, Oprah Winfrey went somewhere with all the money she got, and they treated her like a nigga, man. They treated her like a nigga. They was like, you can't. Basically, this is expensive. We're gonna show you this stuff over here. You know? Oh man, I forgot what that story was, but basically, I just was looking at it. Basically, there was this guy. Yeah, I was just reading that, watching a video about that. It's a lot. All right, so this was out in 2015. I was watching some older videos, and basically, this was happening to Chris Rock, and I'm gonna end it after this. Okay, Chris Rock was driving around in a nice car, and he was continually getting pulled over. Every time he got pulled over, he was taking selfies. Stopped by the cops again. Wish me luck. Okay, and they how many times does a celebrity have to get pulled over in the same car before they say, okay, you know what? This is Chris Rock's car. Just leave him alone. You know, we're not going to mess with him. Okay. But no, they kept on pulling him over because he was a nigga in a nice car, to the point where there was an interview that I forget the guy who did it, but it was in an older video that the Apostles did. There was a guy who went on the news somewhere and said, my advice to Chris Rock is that he get a less nice, a car that's not so nice, so that he can quit getting pulled over. Okay, but whatever, man. You know, maybe that guy ain't oppressed. Maybe, you know, but the scriptures talk about those that are not oppressed. Okay, what is it? Psalm 73 says, "But for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men." So you must be wicked. You must be wicked. Because you say you ain't in trouble as other men, so you must be wicked. Verse 6, "Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than heart could wish." Verse 8, "They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily." Okay, you know. So you sound like one of those rappers that did when they were got approached and they were asked about the oppression that the cops was doing towards so-called black people. Well, we ain't worried about that. We having things. We having money over here. We ain't worried about all that old stuff, man. We young. We got money. Lil Wayne was on some interview saying, "Oh, I've never experienced I've never experienced that situation." You see, you sound like one of them, man. So you must be paid off. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Raha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. With that, I want to say Shalom.